In the grand world of mind sports, two games stand tall as titans: chess in the West and Chinese chess, or Shangqi, in the East. Both are epic wars on a board, where victory is forged from strategy, tactics, and mental fortitude. But a question often sparks debate among players: which one is actually harder? Interestingly, most of the world's popular chess games, including these two giants, can trace their lineage back to an ancient Indian game called Chaturanga. As it spread, it evolved, traveling west to become the chess we know today, and east to become Chinese chess. So, are they fundamentally different? According to Lu Jilun, the first Asian woman grandmaster in chess, the essence is the same, it's the form that differs, and these forms are deeply woven with the cultures they come from. The Chinese chessboard features a river, the Chechu River, Han boundary, a direct reference to a famous war in Chinese history. Pieces are placed on the intersections, not inside the squares. This reflects an Eastern strategic mindset: control the key routes, the strategic junctions, and you control the battle. On the other hand, the chessboard is an open 64-square battlefield. Pieces occupy the squares and clash head-on, much like ancient Western warfare. It's a game of direct confrontation and coordinated force on a unified front. It's the difference between strategic deployment and filling the board with forces. Now let's look at the armies themselves. Chinese chess features a diverse cast of people, animals, and equipment. You have the general, advisors, and pawns, but also horses, elephants, and war machines like the chariot and the powerful cannon. This shows a holistic view of warfare where everything plays a part. Chess, in contrast, mirrors a European feudal court, with a king, queen, bishops, knights, and rooks. The power dynamics here are stark. The queen, originally a weak piece, was supercharged during the Renaissance, reflecting a shift in societal views. Today, she's the most dominant force on the board, valued at 9 points, while a rook is 5, and a knight or bishop is 3. In Chinese chess, the chariot is worth 10, the horse and cannon 5, and the defensive advisors and elephants just 2. So, which is more complex? If we look at the raw numbers, the game tree complexity of Chinese chess is estimated at around 10 to the power of 150. Chess is slightly less, at 10 to the power of 123. To give you some perspective, the number of atoms in the known universe is only 10 to the power of 80. This means there are more possible games of chess or Chinese chess than there are atoms in the universe. But these massive numbers don't tell the whole story of difficulty for us humans. The real complexity lies in the rules and the pieces. In Chinese chess, the cannon is a game changer. It moves like a chariot but captures by jumping over another piece, a screen. This creates unique tactics you won't find anywhere else. The horse can also be blocked, adding a layer of subtle maneuvering. And the flying general rule, where the two generals can't face each other on an open file, turns the whole board into a web of invisible threats. In chess, the complexity comes from the sheer power of the queen and the deep importance of the pawn structure. Pawns may seem weak, but their formation dictates the long-term flow of the game. And of course, there's the promotion rule. A humble pawn that reaches the other side of the board can become a mighty queen, completely turning the tables. Let's talk about the flow of the game, starting with the opening. Openings are about quickly seizing key points and launching attacks. It's often a race to see who can strike first. The chess opening is more of a slow burn. You develop your minor pieces, control the center with pawns, and secure your king's safety, often by selling. It's a vast, theoretical landscape where players build a long-term plan. The middle game is where the fireworks happen. Chinese chess middle games are often described as fierce and violent, filled with direct assaults on the general's palace. Chess middle games are a delicate dance of tactics and strategy. A fight to accumulate small advantages, a better position, a stronger pawn structure that can be converted into a win later on. And this brings us to the endgame, perhaps the biggest difference between the two. In Chinese chess, the endgame has a notoriously high draw rate, sometimes over 60% at the top level. The defensive power of the advisor and elephant pair is so immense that even with an extra piece, it can be nearly impossible to break through. In contrast, the chess endgame is a science. Thanks to pawn promotion, even a single extra pawn can be a winning advantage. Top players like Magnus Carlsen are legendary for their ability to grind out wins from seemingly equal positions. So, Chinese chess versus chess, which is harder? The truth is, there's no simple answer. Chinese chess has a higher mathematical complexity and incredibly specific, sharp tactics. Chess has a more abstract strategic depth and a decisive, scientific endgame. Both are mountains of the mind, each with its own unique peaks and treacherous cliffs. The real challenge, and the real beauty, lies in the journey of trying to conquer them. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of chess, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more content. Let us know in the comments which game you think is harder.